Happy Halloween!
It's the end. I'm your only friend. The end. Sit back.
Hopefully we have another friend out there.
Oh yeah,
watching.
yeah. We have friends. If you want to message her to be on your podcast, you can do that.
Yeah, because I'm a girl.
But I'm not going to accept your friend request. Thanks for listening all these 30 days. We have come to the final one, Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Woo!
Happy Red Sox parade. If
And
you
guess where I am right now.
On the couch.
Yeah, but when they're watching it.
Oh, yes. You'll be in
surprise.
Israel.
Probably people in Israel don't watch
Who
it,
cares? Yeah,
especially
nobody
not
does.
on 8.
Yep.
It's gonna release when I'm just gonna land, so it's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. People are interested. Well, we went to the movies. We spent more money on popcorn and a oversized drink than we did on our movie tickets. But we went to see the new version of Halloween, which is one of those, I don't know if it's ever happened before, but it's a sequel, but it's just called Halloween. It's not really a remake.
No, not at all.
There were several moments that were taken directly from the first movie as kind of a fun little tributes, but not a remake.
No.
And
I didn't like it that much. I just guess that I was expecting for too much, because I just heard so much about it, and they did like a great buzz, and they did like a really good promotion for the movie. I saw that everywhere, and it wasn't like extremely amazing. Also, we just watched last night and this morning, not because it's long, because we fell asleep again, and we watched the original Halloween. So this is a masterpiece, I have to say. It was amazing, it was great. We got for you a special bonus recap next week, as a flashback from Halloween. And
so don't unsubscribe, don't give up on us.
oh yeah, don't give up, it's gonna be now we're gonna start.
We won't be here tomorrow, but,
No,
but it'll
we
be
won't.
a week. Whatever. It'll be a week.
Like we will be here tomorrow,
And a day,
not on your screen.
and a day to be determined later. You can hear our thoughts on the original John Carpenter's film that started this all.
Also, you can re-watch all the month of all over again.
Yeah, you have a week to watch
Yeah.
30 episodes, most of which are an hour or half an hour, one of which at least is 1 hour. Some of them are kind of long, but there's a lot of stuff happens in movies.
We had so much fun to do that. We have no idea if a lot of people or enough people are watching or listening. If you do, just like write us a comment or something. Just make us feel, I don't know, loved.
Yeah. And if you could
Not
guess,
alone.
which one we had the least amount of fun taping, you can win a special prize.
Oh yeah, it's easy to guess.
Yeah.
Still, like,
the whaling.
I don't know if you realize or not, or
Doesn't
you know
matter.
or don't know, but we're a married couple. It happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nothing is that perfect all the time.
Yeah, we didn't take notes during this movie.
Because we were in the cinema, but there was a very pleasant baby in the theater with us, a toddler. I would say that he's like two years old or something.
Yeah.
And of course that his dad brought him because that's the father of the year. Let's take our kid to watch a serial killer killing people because he's a mental illness. So.
Hey, whatever.
But he wasn't that interested in the movie, so we could hear him doing other things.
Not throughout the whole movie, but
Most of it.
It was somewhat.
Every time it was quiet.
Listen, it's very rare to go to the movies and not be annoyed by other people.
A baby? When was the last time you went to a movie?
It doesn't matter. A baby is a person. I said it's rare to go and not be the.
I'm saying
it's a baby talking or it's someone on their fucking phone that doesn't put their phone on vibrate.
All right, but older people have the right to do that. But like, I kept like doing shh because he's talking.
Can you believe that a 2-year-old baby?
Right,
stop with
in
the
a Halloween
noises.
movie. No, I can't believe it.
Can you believe a 2-year-old baby wouldn't respond to being shushed from someone? I can't believe it. How rude was that baby?
How rude is that father that decided to bring his baby to a horror movie?
Alright, so this film starts off with a podcast. So it's one of those. Oh,
I'm
rude.
sorry. Yeah, I'm one of those people.
So it starts off with two British or Australian people
They're not Americans?
trying to record a investigative journalism podcast, and they start at good old Smith's Grove, the mental hospital that Michael Myers has been for now 40 years. It was 15 originally, but it's now been 40. So they go there to see him, and they get taken through, and they meet his doctor. It's no longer Loomis, of course. He's Donald Pleasance is no longer with us, so they just say he has a new doctor. He's still never spoken for 40 years. They bring him through. They bring it's a guy and a girl. They bring them through into the
very annoying characters.
The
so
exercise
like, oh, come on,
yard.
Can they kill them already?
Which is this big open space that each patient is chained to a massive block, and there's a yellow line drawn around it.
It's super weird. I don't think that it's actually happened.
Well, probably it doesn't. Yeah, but in this movie it did, because he's a dangerous person, so he still needs to be given fresh air and the ability to exercise if he wanted to. He chooses to use the time to just stare into the abyss. So that's what he does. And they, of course, try to engage him, and guess what? He doesn't want to break his 40-year vow of silence to talk on a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
That's not a really
Especially not to those annoying people. He just wrote the mask and it was like, you know that, you can feel it, you can feel it. Yeah. It was like a very pushy, annoying scene. And I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
And the people, all the mental people around him started like,
again,
like, oh,
great.
Come on.
Good noises. So they
Don't send me there.
Yeah, so they I don't know how they got their hands on this mask. It's most likely evidence, and has been evidence in major cases over the years. But he said he got like a friend at the DEA who hooked him up with it. So, yep, they recorded an interview with a mute person for their podcast, and then they got going. They want to see the other side of the coin, so they want to go to Laurie's house.
I have something to say about the podcast. I felt bad that they didn't turn them into tasks, like into walrus. Werewolves.
Oh, you feel bad that Michael Myers didn't turn them into a walrus?
Yeah, they deserve that. They were so annoying.
It's a callback to the film Tusk that also involves podcasters.
Yeah.
And in
annoying podcasters.
So these guys, despite the fact that they have crossed the ocean to record this audio masterpiece, went to Haddonfields. They went to go to Haddonfield, Illinois, to interview Laurie, Jamie Lee Curtis's character. And they don't have an appointment. So she, at this point, lives in a very secure location. She has a fence. It's with an intercom. No trespassing signs, because those always prevent trespassers from coming in. And they buzz in and ask to talk to her. And then the woman brings $3,000 to bribe them, and so
Who cares?
I
don't know. I was like, what?
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with this. You're interrupting this.
Yeah, but you can see me if you're watching. I was like,
she got distracted because I put a sticker on our printer,
and I didn't realize what it is. It's just like a round silver. Okay.
Yeah. So good.
I'm sorry.
Good. Now that you know that.
Okay.
It's So that gets her to open the gate. $3,000 to do an interview. They go up there. She doesn't really open the door all the way. There's several doors. There's a cage door. They don't. And then they finally said, "Well, can we come in and sit?" So they do, and they ask her questions that they basically know all the answers to already. Immediately asking her questions about her personal life and her failed marriage and the fact that her kid got taken away from her.
Yeah, and it was really uncomfortable to hear that thing. I was like, "Oh, come on, they're not that stupid."
Who's not that stupid?
People.
I don't know.
Like those two podcasts. Yeah, we won prizes.
Yeah.
So tell me, when did you lost your child, for custody? And I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah. So anyway, she doesn't talk very long about this, and they ask her if she believes in the boogeyman, and she says, "Yes, of course. You know, Michael Myers is a man. Well, they say Michael Myers is a man, but you believe in the boogeyman, and it's basically a back and forth. Doesn't go anywhere.
He said, like, I don't believe it.
Pretty much results in about 4 minutes worth of audio for them, for the low price of $3,000. But they probably did get the first interview with her in years or in history. Who knows? So they leave. She kicks them out, tails between their legs. And then we go into the high school, or the life of a high school student. Her granddaughter, Laurie's granddaughter, is getting ready for her day at school. She's going to be joining the National Honor Society that night. And this is just the day before. I want to say this is the day before Halloween, because there's the dance the following day. Yeah, so this is the day before Halloween. And her cool dad, making jokes. He's the guy that's like the Frank Sinatra character on those old MTV ads, if you ever watched those. And the cab driver as well. And Mom is kind of overbearing. She's the one that was taken away as a 12-year-old from Laurie. And the daughter she asked grandmother if she was going to be coming. And Mom basically just tells a bold-faced lie. Yeah, I tried. She couldn't really make it work with her schedule. And you didn't believe her. Any notes?
No.
I know there's no notes. Do you want to say something? Or are you
No.
still mad that I put a sticker on
I'm mad.
The printer?
I'm very mad.
And I didn't tell you about it. Alright, so what happens next? You go.
So the father is such an annoying character. He pissed me off right.
Pissed you off?
Yeah, with the way that he's talking, like, yeah, I'm the cool dad. No, you're not.
He got peanut butter on his penis.
Yeah, and he said that. It's not funny. It's like.
It was funny. Nobody talks like that.
No. And. Alright, keep going. You remember every part of the movie.
Well, we'll see. This is my first time trying to recall everything from a new movie I've seen by heart. But she goes to school, she's in class, she sees her kind of a douchebag boyfriend in the hallway, and they're
It's not douchebag, it looks like a girl. I think she's a lesbian and that guy is a woman.
Okay. I didn't get that. But they're going to...
You didn't get that?
She's telling the boyfriend about how they're going to meet her parents that night, and then like the third wheel type of friend zone guy comes in, and he's real touchy-feely with the both of them, gives them both a kiss on the head before class. Real funny.
He's like the cool funny kid that everyone hates.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
I
get
don't know
up.
if everyone hates.
People are getting annoyed by them usually.
Okay. Well, so they go to class, and she's sitting in the back of the class.
Just like her grandmother did, the same spot.
Yeah, the back of the class, she looks out the window, and instead of seeing Michael Myers with a stolen station wagon, she sees her grandmother sitting there. So that's our first of the real shot-for-shot type of tributes to the original film. And Grandma talks to her afterwards, gives her the $3,000 that the podcaster people gave her. She doesn't want to take it at first, so she says, no, take it, go travel somewhere. Like maybe
go
outside
to Mexico.
maybe outside of Haddonfield, Illinois. I hear Crystal Lake is nice this year.
Or maybe, your shirt.
Maybe go to Elm Street.
Yeah, why not? It's a nice...
Yeah, so they talk, and she's...
Yeah.
Asks her about the dinner tonight. She says, I don't think she'll try to make it or something. And we learn later on when you get to her house, Jamie Lee Curtis's house, I believe her name is Laurie. She has very high security everywhere. I mean, we saw a little glimpse of it when the podcasters came by, but she has a secret door in her kitchen that leads to a safe room downstairs that is stocked with guns, and meanwhile Michael Myers is about to be transferred to a new facility after 40 years over there at Smith's Grove. And she knows it. They talk a little about it. The granddaughter tells her that she needs to get over Michael Myers, which is, come on. Get over your trauma, Grandma. You tried to be murdered by this guy tried to murder you multiple times. I think you should really get over yourself.
Yeah. It's like, come on.
Yeah, so she knows she's going to be there for it. She drives over to it to watch the bus leave, and Michael's new doctor goes with him on the bus because he says he's still under my care until he is with another doctor. So that's that. And she watches them leave. She's drinking and kind of crying about it. Then she shows up at the dinner that mom, dad, boyfriend, and granddaughter are at. And it kind of makes it a little bit awkward. Starts drinking the wine off the table. And then breaks down crying.
Which it makes sense. She had a rough life. Her daughter doesn't understand that.
Yeah, and this was a big night. She saw the man that terrorized her, that scarred her for life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Can I say something about your shirt?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, alright, let's say that.
All
so
right.
we got a nice friend request, not friend request, follower, and I liked their website. They liked our website, so we just got it in the mail, but I decided that for the Halloween night I'm gonna wear my Halloween shirt. And show your shirt.
It says Crystal Lake Counselor.
Look at my shirt.
Established 1935. Crystal Lake is where Jason once drowned in, and then came back to life. And you have a Freddy Krueger shirt. It says "Stay Woke." So, for those of you who don't know, Freddy Krueger was a child molester, so she's wearing a pro-child molester shirt.
Yeah, so it's Murder Apparel.
Murder Apparel. Give them a like.
Yeah.
You can use discount code YaleNet Recap for $0 off.
But they do have some like good deals for Halloween, especially.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you message them, they'll give you a discount if you say you heard about it on our podcast.
Yeah,
no
they
pressure.
give us discount.
Nope, well, it's too late. They're not going to send us a refund. We didn't get these for free.
But it's good quality, good shirts. I like the design. Halloween, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
back to Halloween. It smells like plastic.
It smells weird. Yeah.
It's mine.
But new shirts.
Yeah, but
mine
it's new
smells
shirts.
like that too. So they.
It's good.
The bus leaves, gets transferred. She's drinking and crying and whatever. And she goes outside, and the mother talks to her. And then a bunch of... then we see a little boy talking about dance class. And his dad...
he's gonna come out of the closet at some point.
Yeah, his dad just wants to take him hunting instead of going to dance class. By golly, I'll force you to be a heterosexual. It was a
very weird conversation.
So they're driving along, and then we see there's a... It's kind of a throwback to the very beginning of the 1979 movie, because you see mental patients wandering around in their gowns.
And I have to say that was, for me, the only scary part of the movie.
Yeah, the potential to see a crazy person's buttocks.
Yeah.
So there's the dad.
I was very disappointed too because we didn't see.
Yeah, the dad gets out to make sure everybody is okay. And
he tells his son, call the police. The kid tried to.
He did. He called the police.
Yeah.
And
right after that, left the car.
Well, yeah, he waited a while. Someone banged on the window, in the side window.
And in a very creepy way, so he decided to get out.
And immediately grabs his gun and is looking for his dad.
Whose gun?
He had a gun.
Oh, yeah. I thought he said the person that...
No, the kid takes his gun out and investigates. He's calling for his dad, no answer. He goes into the bus. He
sees a dead body on the ground. He was like, oh my god. And so he's aiming the gun on everyone. And
yeah, it's a dead cop. He sees, or a dead prison
almost dead
official.
He just hold his hand and he said run! Run!
Yeah. Yeah, but he doesn't. Instead, he goes into the bus.
Yeah, instead of running, I was like, oh, come on.
And
You're a dancer.
Yeah, so
Go dance.
he sees Michael Myers'
Dance
doctor, who immediately says, "Don't shoot," and that scares the kid, so he shoots him.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely stick to dancing, not the hunting, kid. And then the cops finally arrive. Does the kid get killed? I feel like the kid...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
The kid goes back into the car.
It's trying to, like, drive away from there, but while he's sitting in the car...
He gets the old Michael Myers rear naked choke from the back seat.
Yeah.
Which is another thing that happened in the first movie. And dies. The police finally show up. And there's no car there, so Michael Myers has stolen the car, again, has driven for 30 years, but he's back on the road.
40.
No license.
40 years.
Well, he drove
Oh, yeah.
when they came out, the first time. So, so the police officer, you know, he calls it in, he brings the doctor over there to the hospital.
But it's funny, like, he never drove, he never sat next to someone that drives. Because he was like 6 when he got into the mental hospital. And then 15 years later, he knows how to drive.
21.
It was also probably like a what do you call it? Like a manual stick, yeah. So it's harder.
I don't think so. It was a station wagon. Those are all automatic.
Really? 79? You had like an automatic?
Yeah.
Really? So, okay. But still, like it's... You need to know like what... I don't know.
I mean, they kind of refer to it, and then the first one, they're like, well, he was driving just fine.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
And this one, no. Don't mention.
It doesn't show the footage of him driving. He might have made some mistakes earlier on. And
maybe he tried to brake and he looked in the mirror.
Yeah, I probably took out his phone, looked up a YouTube tutorial how to drive. And they taught him all the basics, like apply the brake to see what's behind you. And all the classic answers that you would get correct in order to get your driver's license. So, anyway, the police officer is there in the hospital. Then, I'm a little foggy on the order of everything that happens as it kind of builds, but we see the podcasting group, the duo, they stop for gas, and the woman needs to use the loo. The what?
Let's try to like make it shorter.
Alright, so she goes to the bathroom, and...
Me?
Very awkward moment where someone's trying to use your stall door, but it's a big man with boots. It's fucking Michael Myers. He just showed up and killed a guy in the mechanics part of the hospital. The gas station. You distracted me with your mask. If you're not watching this on YouTube,
watch it!
Wore a mask.
Because for memorial of Michael Myers.
Yeah, it's not a Michael Myers mask.
It's a mask.
It is a mask. So,
it's a creepy mask.
Yes. So, he tries to cave the door in on him. Then the guy hears her screaming, the other podcaster guy. So first he goes in and sees the convenience store guy has been killed. And then he makes the connection that it was Michael somehow. Because, I don't know. She goes in there and he sees Michael in the bathroom trying to break in and kill his co-host. Michael violently bashes his head against the wall like he is prone to do. She tries to escape through this filthy...
Oh my god, that was the most disgusting scene I've ever saw in my entire life.
Her crawling on a bathroom floor in a women's room at a gas station.
Yeah, so... Gas stations' bathrooms are the most disgusting bathrooms in the world.
In women's bathrooms, especially, right?
No, the men are actually...
How do you know? You've been into men's rooms at gas stations?
Any
Women
place
try to
that you
hover
have,
over the
any
toilet.
place,
They
any
just pee
place that you
everywhere.
have... Who? The girls?
Women, yeah.
But men too. You have like...
No.
For you it's even worse because you have like that thing, like, just... No.
Right. Okay, listen, we both have limited experience on using other bathrooms, so...
It doesn't matter. Gas stations,
It's
I'm sure
gross.
there's like unisex gas, like...
True.
Toilet over there. It was disgusting. and she was crawling in the floor, and then her head like bumped one of the toilets. Like, oh my god, no! Just like let him kill you.
She's gonna die with pee.
Oh, I would let him kill me first.
And he does. I mean, he kills the guy first with.
Yeah, but he's gonna kill you anyway. Like, just like don't like no.
Just the old strong grab by the neck.
Die with class, woman.
And then he goes to their trunk. And he takes out the old mask. So he's back in the saddle.
Which the old mask looked really like a new mask that they made look old, but in too many ways. It didn't look like very authentic.
I mean, the real one might have been like yellowed more, but this was a little black and...
It was black with like shapes and stuff, and I was like, no.
Yeah, it's seen some miles.
My favorite like horror part in the first one was the authenticism. How do you say that? Authentic. It was authentic. Authenticism. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite part because it's super scary, like to see someone just like staring you from nowhere and you have no idea what does he want and what is he doing and why is he like after you in every place that you go. It's super creepy. It's super scary. The mask is like really basic mask that is makes you like be more scared. It's not like a creepy funny mask or my mask. So it is like a creepy mask because it's simple. It's a mask of face with no impressions.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of like I don't know, I was expected to be more scared and see less like I don't know, like blood kind of things, like the murder in the bathroom. The beginning, it started so good when like he's walking in front of her, like in the stall, right?
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah,
it's a word. Okay, but it's a word that I'm learning.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't use that word that often. I call it a room. Toilet room.
So we're off and running. He has the mask back, and he's become the Shape again, because that's how he gets referred to in the credits. Not as Michael Myers, but as the Shape when he wears this mask. So he is. And
he also got one of the coveralls from.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a coverall soon.
Yes, I can't wait. So. I'm
gonna check your oil bin.
So we see.
Turn around.
Lori cooking in the kitchen, and she sees that there's been a crash and that some of the patients have been let loose. The police are at the hospital and they talk about, wow, it's going to be a field day when the media finds out that the only unaccounted for patient is Michael Myers, and he's going to be looming around the same town of Haddonfield that he was before. And they talk to the doctor a little bit as he's recovering. He gets some information. And then the party happens. They're having a Halloween party at the school.
Her boyfriend kisses another girl.
Oh, yeah.
She's getting mad. Their costume is Bonnie and Clyde, but he's
Bonnie.
He's Bonnie and she's the Clyde. He looks very much like a woman.
I don't think he looks that womanly. He's just wearing a dress. That's the joke.
He's a guy that like I have no idea what is she doing with him, and like another hot girl kissed him, and I was like, what? What is he doing? Like how does he do that? So not attractive. He's not like the handsome guy of the.
No.
So she's mad at him. He takes her phone to get her more mad. I have no idea why. It's like, what? What's going on here? So she just like, and then he throws her phone into, what was that? Like mousse or something?
I think it was either pudding or like nacho cheese. I've not been to
disgusting, but
Halloween party recently.
Drowned?
It submerged the phone in there.
Yeah.
You know, he's drunk. He just gets like that when he's drunk, okay? And then this was kind of disconnected, because I don't know if this girl was friends with Lori or something, but there's a girl babysitting, and that's how it was a strong theme from the first movie.
She was a friend of her.
Because Lori was a babysitter.
They walked in the beginning of the movie together. Both of them and the blonde boyfriend. They were walking.
Oh, okay, yeah, the stoner guy. Gotcha. So there's like well after she's in the part with the parents, she's with her friends, and there's a stoner guy, and that's his girlfriend is the babysitter, and he blows up a pumpkin with an M80.
Yeah, they were cool.
So she's babysitting for this little kid, and
she's pretty. The kid was cool. The kid was my favorite character.
He's a little funny little smart kid. They're watching a movie, and she's talking on the phone with her boyfriend about, come over later and bring some of that alakazam.
Do you really call it like that?
No, but so sometimes you would refer to like something as a code word if you're talking about smoking marijuana, and
we say green and brown.
Yeah, but if you were on the phone and you didn't want your mom to know what you were doing, and you'd say, "Hey, come over and bring some green," I think she would know.
Yeah.
But we would use tickets or something. Be like, "Hey, are you getting any tickets soon?"
Tickets?
Or, yeah. And the parents would be like, "Oh, maybe they're thinking about going to a concert or something." But we wouldn't.
Such an intelligence.
We wouldn't say, "Hey, can you bring over some tickets so we can smoke them and get high?"
Okay, green tickets.
Yeah, don't say green or brown. Yeah, of course we have nicknames for weed, but we're talking about code names.
Yeah, okay.
But that kid goes, "I know what you mean, you're going to smoke weed." And so they have
the kid was really
They have a
cool.
funny little exchange. She tells him to go to bed, and
it reminded me of like Jamie Lee Curtis, like babysitting. They have like a fun relationship, like the kid and the babysitter.
yeah.
She was like, "You're not my favorite kid anymore. From all the kids that I'm nanny."
Yeah. So the stoner boyfriend comes over, and they mess around a little bit, and you hear the sound. So she goes to investigate it, and the kid
31
says,
minutes, baby.
Kid says, "So the boogeyman." Then things start to go into motion. And meanwhile, Lori, Jamie Lee Curtis, is monitoring the radio, so she knows what's going on. She's got police radios. She's very paranoid. And the police get called at some point, but the girl gets killed. She goes to see the boogeyman in the room, assure the kid that he's not there. He certainly as fuck is. He's in the closet, stabs the shit out of her. And the kid runs downstairs, tells the boyfriend they gotta get out of here or he's gonna get killed. He gets killed. Very shortly after that, off screen, we see his body hanging up lately. Jamie Lee Curtis arrives on the scene right after a cop. The cop, who was one of the responders from the first
But the kid is
movie.
alive. We didn't see him after that.
The kid is
ran
alive.
away.
And we haven't seen any dead dogs yet either.
No dead dogs in that movie. What a relief.
I know, it was a
What a
nice
relief.
boost.
It was great.
Yeah. So the kid's alive, and Jamie Lee Curtis and the cop start shooting at Michael. They bump into each other over it, but the cop has pretty casually accepted her as a acceptable vigilante since she's gone.
Yeah,
through this before.
she deserves it.
Yeah.
To be the one to kill him.
Yeah. And so meanwhile, the granddaughter and the third wheel best friend is walking home, and they're cutting through. Parents are frantically trying to get in touch with the daughter, but her phone is in some nacho cheese or pudding, so that can't happen. And third wheel kid tries to make a move on her.
In a very disgusting, uncomfortable way. It's
Yeah,
like, oh my god.
Tells him to fuck off.
Oh
and
my god.
leaves.
Good job, girl.
And he is there blubbering to himself. He thinks he sees like the neighbor.
He's drunk. And he's stupid.
Yeah, but I don't think he was drunk. I think he was just saying
He was
he's
drunk, he
to
said. No.
Yeah, he said he was drunk to like excuse the fact that he just made a move. And
Yes,
she
but he was
rejected him.
sitting on the grass.
He doesn't want to lose
And
her
he
friendship.
saw a person.
Yeah.
And he started to talk to him.
Yeah.
Like it's
they were the
fine.
neighbor. Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm sorry, I'll go, I'll walk. He was drunk.
Yeah, I thought that was a scary moment because Michael Myers came over, the shape came over really quick and stabbed him up real good.
He played with the lights on the house.
Yeah, there's motion detector lights.
Yeah, it was cool.
And he's very motionless at times, so there's a nice little juxtaposition. And then he gets hung up on the wrought iron spiked fence right through the head. Pretty gruesome. and she's running away. She's trying to get to safety. The police end up meeting up with her at some point. They take her because Jamie Lee Curtis has seen enough. She goes to get the rest of the family back to her house for safekeeping, and they go there, and the police is going to be waiting at their house to bring the daughter there. So the daughter eventually makes it home, and they get started to go over there. And then what happens?
Matt fell asleep.
I did not fall asleep.
She didn't arrive home.
Okay, where did she arrive?
She
Listen,
ran away.
I never fell asleep.
Okay, he's dozing off and snoring. And
no, it wasn't snoring.
You did.
No.
That's why I was like, you do that, and you were mad at me.
Yeah, because I wasn't fucking asleep.
Okay, you were dozed off. So she ran. She saw him. She ran away. She tried to like get someone, and I was like, why?
Oh yeah, she actually went into another house.
So she just started to like knock on people's houses.
That's right.
And then,
which is what Jamie Lee Curtis tried to do the first one, and instead they just shut the blinds and shut the lights off.
No one helps her.
Yeah.
In the first one. Yeah, so here we found out that society got better and nicer to your neighbors.
A lot more friendly than they were back in 1979 nowadays.
Yeah, so they're hugging her and they gave her water and they try to... They treat her just like they treated me after my accident. Tons of people ran and like make sure that she's fine, so it's very nice. Thank you, society, for being nice. Yeah, for
those of you who weren't listening,
the other part,
Yael staged a car crash, and people
and the car is fine. Thank you. Not my car. I was on a scooter, but his car is fine. Anyway, so the other side of the people, the other part of the people that try to kill, not cool. Don't do that. The drivers, the killers, no, just stop.
Yeah.
Be on the other side of like helping people. Must speak.
Must speak.
So then the police came to take her away, and they tried to find Michael Myers on the way instead of put her like with her family or do something. So the guy that was driving, his daughter was the first after Michael Myers' sister. She was the first person that got killed by Michael Myers. Mm-hmm. He's the sheriff, right? He's a sheriff.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a sheriff or he's just a cop. But
he's a cop, so he's driving, and apparently the doctor, Michael Myers' doctor, he came up like in the when Jamie Lee Curtis and him was like, and the cop was like looking in the house and finding the dead bodies. So he just came there, and they're like, oh, look who's okay now. And at that moment I was like, I must have something with the boss. He had probably like helped Michael Myers, and he's gonna keep helping him somehow, because it doesn't make sense that his doctor is right now there, and he was like super creepy. His eyes were like, oh my god, Laurie, it's you. I heard so much about you. I know everything about you. And he was like, that's too like obvious.
He was like jealous because she's the only one to live to see him outside of a controlled environment. So
it kind of was, it was like obvious that he did something, and we find out that I was right again. So while they're driving, she saw Michael Myers walking in the street, and she was like, oh my god, it's him. So the cop is just like run. He
ran into
him.
Like Michael Myers was on a scooter on a one-way
street. He probably gonna wake up very sore the day after, but we're not sure because he might be dead. And excuse me?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Don't jump to the end.
Okay, I didn't say anything. He might dead. He might not. He might not. I didn't say anything. What do you want?
Okay.
So the doctor is coming out of the car to see if he's alive. He's like, "Don't kill him!" And I'm like, "Oh, he has to have like something with it." And then he kills the cop.
He pulls out like a knife thing.
How do you call it?
From his pocket protector. Or something. It was like
it was like a surgeon. A
scalpel.
Scalpel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
but it looked like something else that was just in his pocket.
Yeah, he opened it and he cut him.
Yeah, so he stabs the cop in the head before he can put a bullet in Michael Myers to finish him.
Yeah, so he's dead, and then he's wearing the. He says like, "Oh, that's how it feels."
He wants to put on the mask and experience what it's like.
Yeah.
To become
So he put the mask. is surprised.
He freaks out the girl. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's already freaking out because she's in the back of a cop car.
And she's locked in there because the back seats are...
There's no
like,
handles.
Yeah. Oh, there are no handles?
Yeah, they don't want to put...
Oh yeah, I know. Maybe they just like lock it. I don't know.
No.
I've never sit in the back of the car. Have you?
No, I've only been in a paddy wagon.
What is paddy wagon?
It's like a big truck.
Oh
big
my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's my boy.
Yeah.
And so she's like stressed out, and he just put Michael Myers' body, or like we don't know if he's dead or alive. He said that he's dead, but it doesn't feel like that because it wasn't that hurt. It wasn't that like hard, the running away thing. Running in, how do you say that? The car that hit him.
I thought he wasn't like going 90, but he hit him with a car.
Yes,
at full speed.
Okay, I got hit by a car. Look at me. I can still...
Yeah, you weren't standing upright.
Yeah.
He was accelerating.
I was driving too on my scooter.
Okay, listen. All right.
It's all about me. It's all about me.
Yes.
Yeah, we have masks.
Yeah.
So, he puts the doctor puts the Michael Myers in the back seat with her and the mask next to her, and then
starts driving away.
It starts drive to Jamie Lee Curtis because he wants to hear him talk. That's like kind of like along all the movie. So the podcasters try to make Jamie Lee Curtis to meet him because everyone tried to make him talk. That's kind of the whole idea of the movie.
Yeah.
Let's make him talk. And
the girl says that he spoke to me.
He told her, he said only one word, and he's like, what did he say? Blah, blah, blah. Like Judith, he said his sister's name, and she's like, no, I'm gonna like tell you only if you're gonna let me go. And while she's saying that, Michael Myers put the mask again and
comes back to life.
Yeah, and kick very hard the seat in front of him, and
yeah, the cage to get through and to get the doctor.
Yeah, so it basically kills the doctor.
Yeah, but he has to get out to finish it because eventually she is able to sneak out the open door and
that wasn't professional.
Continue to run away. And then, like, this is another kind of
Alright, for 42 minutes.
A little bit of a logic jump. But Michael somehow knows where Jamie Lee Curtis lives in the woods and goes there. He kind of follows the granddaughter who runs through the woods.
No, he didn't. He arrives there way before her.
Okay, but she ran through the woods and...
He had a shortcut.
Okay, he knows the shortcut. And goes to her house where the mother and her husband and Jamie Lee Curtis are. Eventually, you hear some noise outside, so the husband, the cool dad, goes to investigate it. Michael Myers kills the shit out of him.
He's not cool, he's annoying. I was so glad they killed him.
Cool dad is like, I don't actually think he was cool. But. So, they...
he doesn't deserve
Michael
it.
Myers pursues them. They're downstairs. She, like, shoots up through the floor at him, which, you know, they're clearly not just hiding. She wants to kill him, and she kind of mentions that. She's been thinking every day about killing him.
About the day that he's going to escape.
She wanted him to escape. Yeah, so she could be the one that finally puts
yeah, and she deserves it. She deserves it.
Yeah.
11 movies, she deserves it.
And so she's kind of chasing him around the house. They don't know where he is. Very other side of things, she looks for him in the closets where she had originally hid. And then later, she gets knocked out onto the ground in the same way that he got knocked out on the ground.
Also, when did he have time to put the bodies in the closet? The body.
That wasn't in this movie.
What? Yes, there was a body in the closet of a dead cop.
A dead cop in the...
Yes, in the closet.
Of her house?
Yes.
I don't see how that's possible because he walked the rest of the way.
Listen, she tried. He broke. There was like, can you explain that? I'm so confused.
The front door.
The front door has like two pieces of lines of like glasses, and he broke them both. And she tried to like, and he caught her from her throat and tried to like kill her through that. But she had a gun, so she basically like pulled the trigger and her hand kind of like lost few fingers.
His hand.
Yeah. So and then she tried to like follow him and find him, and she saw like some drops of blood to the closet, and she tried to move it to open the closet, and there was a dead body there of one of the cops.
I don't think it was a cop. I think it was the dad.
No, it was a cop with handcuffs.
Okay.
Probably there were like 2 cops on the way that tried to go to see what happened in.
Oh right, okay, yeah. There was the 2 detail cops outside.
Yeah,
I forgot about those guys because we were talking about.
Because you were dozing off.
No,
I'm kidding.
I wasn't
Okay.
dozing off. They were out front talking because they saw the police car was almost there to her house when the girl said stop and I'll tell you the name, and that's when it happened. So they went over to investigate, and then he killed the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Eventually. And then,
Probably we don't see that though. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It might be one of those cops, but we don't see
yeah,
that.
it definitely
and
was,
also
because he didn't. Yeah.
And I'm just like trying to understand when was the time like he brought it like upstairs. It's heavy
Yeah,
to carry
there's some
a
logic
dead
gaps,
body,
for sure.
and especially when you miss like few fingers. Like I have like I sprained my hand and I can't do something with my hair, like nothing. I can't like.
Yeah, his grip strength was way down.
He's like really good.
Yeah.
Do you know, I wanted to say something about horrors and stuff. I remember that I had a kid in school, and it wasn't high school, it was like middle school, and he had a problem. He was like very tall, weird guy, like a very deep voice. He was kind of a creepy guy, but super nice. And then one time he told me that he doesn't feel anything. He doesn't have like feeling in his body. And I was like, oh, come on, that doesn't make sense. And he told me like, oh, try, step on my hand. And I stepped on his hand. I felt terrible. I was like, no, I can't. And I was like, just jump. And he started to like jump on his hand, and he didn't say anything. Nothing happened. I think it started to bleed or something. But I was like, I can't do that. And I was like, I don't feel anything. And I was like, what the fuck?
Well,
He's a mutant.
I don't know.
And maybe Michael Myers got the same thing, because when you're getting a shot in your hand, I'm sure that it's a little more like serious than spraying your hand.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was okay to lift a body, a grown-up body, into a closet, close the closet, and go hide.
Yeah.
Good job.
So while all this stuff is happening, the daughter finally makes her way the long way through the woods into the house.
Very long way.
And she goes back down into the safe place, barely gets in with Mom and Grandma, and Michael is trying to get in.
Grandma is not there. Grandma is upstairs trying to find.
Okay.
Oh, she fell from the.
Right, yeah, and that's a moment because Michael Myers fell in the 1979 movie. She looks down, he's there, looks away, looks back.
He's not there.
He's gone. And so that was the same thing, but the opposite. Kind of fun, clever little tribute there.
Yeah, it was cool.
And so the mom and the daughter are downstairs in the safety there. Michael is looming, and they fight. They fight, and then end up all in the basement there. The three family members are able to escape. They press a button in the security system that shoots out spears that lock it down, so he can't climb back
and
up.
then the daughter, like not the granddaughter, the daughter says to the granddaughter, "This is not a cage. This is a trap."
Yes.
So it's kind of like
And they press another button.
Jamie Lee Curtis kind of like was waiting for so many years, and she worked so hard on like making the perfect trap to him, and she did it.
Yeah,
and
so she presses a button and then
everything goes on
gets
fire.
set on fire.
Set
Yeah.
on fire.
Various parts of the house are set on fire. He's trapped down.
Yeah, and they're
there.
standing and looking at him instead of like run. It's made out of wood.
Yeah.
Run. So they left at the end. And what happened at the
And
end?
the flames burn, and Michael Myers is burning, and then that's pretty much it. Then it just says Halloween.
Oh yeah, yeah. They find like they're hitchhikers. They found someone with a truck to give them a ride to somewhere, and they're sitting on the back of the truck when it's like open. Like, how would you describe that? And Jamie Lee Curtis like bleeding to death. She's all like wounds and stuff. And I'm like, that's a really not nice driver. And it was true that they're gonna give like a last moment of horror, but no. Halloween.
Yeah. I mean, we stayed through
the girl
end.
is holding like the knife. I was like, maybe now she's gonna kill them all and be like part of Michael Myers, like the girl in Scream 4. But no, nothing happened.
Cult. No.
Yeah.
No, just kind of happened.
So that was the movie. Go watch it. It's Halloween. It's fun. Like, why not? It was fun.
Go to the movies and watch it unless you have a baby. Leave the baby.
And if
in
you
the
have a
car
baby,
with the windows up.
Yeah.
And
my God.
only if it's not hot.
We don't have kids.
Yeah.
You can guess why. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, no kids. No kids. No.
But it was fun. I mean, it's fun to, if you get the chance to rewatch the original and then watch that too, back to back. You don't often get to see a sequel with the same title.
Oh yeah.
So.
The original is like I think like 5 million times better than this one.
Oh yeah, for sure. But there's a fun detail in there too, because you see trick-or-treaters earlier, because it takes place on Halloween night, of course, and they're wearing masks from Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
And he's the only one probably that watched that.
Yeah.
And also he told me that like Michael Myers is not in the movie.
He's not.
So I'm like, what?
So yeah, it was kind of a commercial failure, but it's a good movie.
Terrible.
And they had to make the fourth one have the return of Michael Myers is in the title, so everyone knows that it's him. But hey, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Even if you've just watched one recap, if you watched more than one, there's no way in hell you've watched all 31.
And if you did, maybe they did. Why not?
Okay, sure.
And if you didn't, try. That's gonna be your like challenge for the next month.
Yeah, I feel like you've been hanging out with us this whole time. You just really haven't been able to get a word in edgewise, that happens with anyone that hangs out with us. But
besides that, have an amazing Halloween. Go dress up. Go trick and treat.
Yeah, be safe.
Be safe. Be careful. Watch out.
Get ready for Thanksgiving.
And yeah, Thanksgiving we're gonna recap a turkey.
Okay.
It's a turkey for him.
Yeah,
He's
so
vegetarian.
Still follow us, Yael Matt Recap. We'll be back with more.
Follow us, subscribe. Next week we're gonna have a new recap that's already
yeah, we're gonna talk about the original Halloween.
Yeah.
Alright.
But after that we're gonna have like different type of recaps. If you have any ideas for like things for us to recap, let us know.
We are open for suggestions.
Yeah.
Leave them as iTunes reviews.
Yes.
Alright. Bye.
Bye. Happy Halloween.